Hey everybody, this is Eddie from Video Bonanza. I just want to start this off by saying thank you to all of you for supporting our store all the time, coming in every weekend, picking up games, picking up movies, doing whatever you do. With that being said, I want to give back to all of you by providing a web series, a weekly web series, where I talk about some games that we have in our store that you might not know about, give my personal review, and then you can come in and check it out, pick it up if you want to. If not, maybe you'll find some other stuff you like. So, I want to start off with this. Tiny Toons Acme All-Stars for Sega Genesis. This game I had as a kid and loved, and totally forgot that it even existed until we got one in last weekend. So this Sunday after work, me and the other two guys that I work with at the store and one of their friends, we grabbed the almighty Sega Genesis multi-tab and played a whole lot of this. Now the soccer kind of sucks and isn't really all that fun, but the basketball rules. The basketball, you get to pick like from 14 of the Tiny Toons characters. You pick your team. It's 3-on-3 basketball, and the mechanics are kind of weird, but each character gets a special move. And Plucky Ducks is the coolest. We were banning him out of games. He gets like a move where he like flies in the air and then his beak just goes and just dunks from anywhere, and you get 3 points. So that game's awesome. Check that out. Second one I played this week, Donald Duck's Going Quackers for the Gamecube. I didn't really know what to expect from this. I looked at the back. It's got some cool shots on it. And then I played it, and it's essentially a 3D Super Mario World. It's a lot of jumping. It's a lot of bouncing on stuff. It's really easy, but from the first, I guess I played through like 6 levels of it. It's fun. You get to do like special moves if you bounce on like multiple characters and stuff like that. Probably ends cool. The bosses probably get harder. There's like a boss in every world at the end of it, like a Bowser Castle kind of thing. Very inexpensive game. Fun to play. Check it out. Now the real reason I want to make this video is for this. I've been waiting for this to come out for a while. It's Legend of Zelda: Link Between Two Worlds. And this game, one, it got a 10 out of 10 from Game Informer, and I would have given it more. I think it's awesome. I think one of the downsides to a lot of the Zelda games is that you don't really know how they take place in the timeline of like Zelda, because it's all screwed up with Ocarina of Time. Like there's 3 different Zelda timelines that everything exists in. This one keeps it simple. It's a sequel to A Link to the Past. That's all it is. It's just, I think it's a couple hundred years in the future. Some dude shows up, he's like, I'm resurrecting Ganon now, so everybody's in danger. And so it's simple. I think the new mechanics in the game were really cool. The whole merging into walls thing to get to different places fit perfectly with the way that the whole puzzle solving of Zelda works. It's like a nice addition that there's one more thing you need to think about. Is this what I'm going to do at this spot in every dungeon? And the renting of items, I didn't think was that cool when I played through it the first time, because I didn't take advantage of it, like doing temples in the order I wanted to do them in. But then when I played through it on hero mode after I beat it, and since I knew where certain items were in certain dungeons, because even though you don't need, like you can rent the item you need to beat the dungeon, but then there's an extra item that's like a bonus in every single dungeon too, and knowing which one I wanted first to like take on other dungeons to make it easier was really cool the second time. So I'm working on 100%ing it right now. It's taking a long time, but that game, pick that up immediately if you have a 3DS, like now, probably tomorrow, Friday, whenever we're open. We have those in the store. Definitely come check it out. Alright, so these last 2 games I didn't really get a chance to play all that much, but I want to talk about them a little bit. We have Joe The Atlantis Factor for the NES and Dragon View for Super Nintendo. G.I. Joe, I didn't have time to learn how to be good at it because it's hard. It's I mean, it plays like kind of like a Mega Man game. You jump, you shoot, you punch things. I got to like the 3rd level and then gave up. It's too difficult. So that's something I'm going to revisit. In Dragon View, I just didn't have time to figure out how exactly does this retro RPG work, because I feel like everyone works a little different in what you need to do first, and you need to figure out little nuances of the game. But I thought the combat system was really cool. It's like a random encounter type RPG, but when you do random encounter, it's an action RPG. So it's not like turn-based combat. The combat system's cool with that. So come check those out. These are all in the store, and I want to do one last honorary mention thing for games that I'm playing that we don't have in the store, just because I want to talk about them because I'm playing them right now. So first of all, SSX 3 for the Gamecube. I think this is a hidden gem. Normally I'm not a big sports game kind of guy. I was growing up, I missed out on a lot of retro games, but now as I'm going back, the sports games don't really interest me. But this game is awesome. This, I mean, there's a whole mountain, and there's 3 zones to the mountain, and you kind of like free ride through those mountains to find the races or find like the trick challenges and stuff like that. And then as you progress, some of the other characters will like challenge you to like there's like 12-minute races. There's a race down like the entire peak, like the first peak one. There's like, you race down through like the backcountry, and then you go through 2 separate actual races, and you have to like beat their time, and that's how you finish the mountain and move on to the next one. I think that's a really cool feature. And I also like how you earn money for all your victories, and then you get to like upgrade your attributes. So your guy starts off crappy and can't do anything right, and by the time you get to peak 3, you can do like a double backflip off like without a jump because your stats are so high. So this game's good. The only downfall is that it takes up a ton of memory on a Gamecube memory card. Like, you need a whole memory card just to put on. I think it's like 50 blocks or something like that. But we actually have huge memory cards in the store that I haven't picked one up yet that's got like 2,000 blocks on it. So keep that in mind if you're looking at games like this. And last but not least, after I finished Link Between Worlds, I finally picked up myself a copy of Majora's Mask. And this is a game that I never finished or really even played through as a kid. I was kind of like an Ocarina of Time fanboy, and then I didn't really play much Zelda. Like, I'm going back now. I've finished like 3 of them, maybe 4 of them. Not that many. So I'm working on this now, and I think the sense of urgency that the 3-day mechanic adds is really cool. Like, the way the game works is you have 3 days until the world ends. And you have to finish whatever you're doing in those 3 days and then turn back time so that the world doesn't end, or else like nothing matters and you have to start over. So that's cool. Like, it's like the same puzzly Zelda thing, but you can't take your time. You have to like rush through everything in order to finish in time. So I'm really excited to see that. I'm at the second, well, not even at the second dungeon yet. I haven't figured out how to get to the second dungeon, but I'm getting to that, and that's it for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Next week I'll have some other stuff. Maybe I'll get some more common stuff. I wanted to pick some obscure games that I don't think, well, not really obscure, but things that people don't think of when they think of retro video games. So catch me next week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. I'll be posting these every week, and thanks for watching, guys. See you around.